Hey guys, what's up? Hitmarthro here, and welcome back to Let's Play at Super Smash Bros. Brawl. In the last episode, we cleared up boss battles on Intense with Donkey Kong, so we're going to be moving to the next on the list, which is Link. Oh, that's not a good one to start with. What? How did that hit? So Link's another heavyweight character similar to Donkey Kong. You have to play a little bit more carefully with this one. With DK, I used his up aerial because it didn't have a lot of cooldown time. I had, plenty of time to work with it. I would say on this one, use your side aerial like I'm doing right here. The one with the boot doesn't work quite as well as the sword slashes for obvious reasons. Obviously, a sword is better than a boot. Don't be silly. But I would say the main reason is if you've seen Link's up aerial like this, it's really hard to have enough time to do it more than once in the air. With this one, you kind of have a little bit more leeway with it. And wow, I actually did that quite well. I only took 6% damage. For Duon, if you're taking less than 20, in my opinion, that's pretty good on Intense. That's, that's definitely a good run. So yeah, with his side swipe, I'd say it's a little bit easier to control. Because if you need to fall faster, you can. If you don't, you can go up again like that. And yeah, I kind of think that's going to happen. Out. He does have quite a bit of projectiles, so if you get to points like Taboo, where he's just moving around and you can't really do anything, you can shoot him with arrows, throw bombs at him. I would recommend arrows or the boomerang. Both of those work pretty well. So fire the boomerang and then shoot arrows until it comes back, fire it again. The bombs are not very useful because of how long it takes to pull out. Like boomerang, go. Bombs, not so much. Can you use them? Yeah, I would just say if you're going for what's fastest, the arrow would work the fastest, but if you're, having to pull it back, then it will take longer. So boomerang's probably your best bet. If you're going for, fairly far away and quick, then boomerang's gonna be your best bet. The bombs won't go very far in general anyway, so. Okay, dude, I air dodged that. Now, the big mistake a lot of people will make on the PD fight is using the up smash. I did that for Mario's a little bit. Using the up smash with Link is not a good idea, and I will show you why when we get past this fight, because it's just... it takes a lot of recovery time, and that's why it's not a good idea. Yeah, I'm in trouble. I'm definitely in trouble. We're good. That's his up smash. It's got 3 different hits to it, so if you use it incorrectly, then it will definitely come back to bite you. Like that. That's exactly the point I was trying to refer to. Now that I have shown that off and why not to do it. Can't actually still beat him. Oh yeah, we got it. Now, one thing I didn't explain in the first 2 boss battles is you'll notice that I haven't been using my up B, like my recovery moves, except for when I actually need to recover. Reason for doing that is they will leave you vulnerable. Like, if you make it up in the air and you use it, after you use it like this, you can't do anything but fall. You can't air dodge, you can't attack again, and that's the main reason for avoiding doing that. For example, using the boomerang right there. Because you can't do anything afterward. So air dodge, don't bother trying to use your recovery unless you need it to get back on the stage. If it's vital to get back on the stage, then yeah, definitely go for it. But otherwise, don't use it unless you absolutely have to, because then you're going to get left vulnerable, and odds are they're going to come up with an attack and hit you. And that will likely, if you're at high percentages, likely kill you. Now, if you play this on easier difficulties, you might have a different version of high percentages, and it's also dependent on which character you're using. For lightweights, high percentage is anything, I would say, personally, anything over 45 or 50%. Something that if a strong attack hit you, it would knock you out, then that would be lightweights. Medium weights would probably be around 55 to 60. Heavyweights, probably 65 to 70. So you'd have to be careful, like if you're at a high percentage, and you're deciding if you want to use a heart container or not, you have to weigh it on A, which boss it is. If it's like Master and a Crazy Hand, if you're doing boss battles with everybody like I am, you should be getting to the point where you're taking no damage or only getting hit by 1 attack, something you're bad at dodging. Like for me, it's the little drill attack that I have. If you know it's going to be a boss that you're going to struggle with and most likely take damage from, like for me it's Duon or Porky or Gallium, then go ahead and use the heart container. But if it's over 100%, then unless you are just flat out of heart containers and you have to save one for the last fight, and it's like fight number 9, then yeah, you should probably use it. If it's anything over 80, then go for it. Alright, who do we have next? We have Meta Ridley. Alrighty.
Ready, go!
This is probably the one fight where you can use the up smash without too much difficulty, because there is, you know, a pretty substantially long period of time where Meta Ridley's just kind of floating there. So it would probably work on this fight more so than other ones. Remember, Link's forward smash actually does have two different... I knew it was going to think about that. It does have two different hits to it. If you just tap the smash button and then tap it again, you can actually do a second one. So keep that in mind for whenever he tries to latch onto the back of the ship, is you might be able to get both of them off. But you can also fall off the side if you're not careful. No, get up there. Boomerang! Why the heck not? Now, if you haven't been noticing from the Meta Ridley fight as well, you start getting pushed towards the back of the ship until the fight stops, so you do have to watch out for that as well. Make sure that you're consistently moving on that stage.
Ready, go!
As a whole, keep moving is just a generally good idea to have for the boss battles, though. Because the bosses do know that they can target you, and they will exploit that. There's another good example of using the boomerang right there. Is whenever he's pushing you backward with it. You can't move, really, but you can still throw projectiles. The projectiles do not get affected by that. I figured he was going for that. Oh, that was not good. Hopefully he will not do a very strong attack. Oh no, he's going to be an idiot and waste his chance to get him. He did a really poor job of hitting with that smash. There we go, got him. Ridley's one of those fights I'm generally pretty careful with, because like I said in my fight whenever I fought him with Mario, it's for some reason I have a really bad habit of getting stuck like on the side of the stage, and then I get stuck under the platform and then I just, you know, end up dying because I can't make a recovery. I don't know why it happens, because it's not from hits, it just seems to happen for whatever reason. I don't seem to have that trouble thus far, I just don't know why it used to happen. It hadn't happened thus far, but it probably will at some point. I did not have any failed attempts with DK, and I didn't have any with Link. And before you say I'm lying, you can easily just check the start of the video when it shows how many bosses I defeated, because if the number is not 0, then that means I obviously failed at some point. Unless I just managed to die on the first fight, which is not going to happen. You know, if you start at 0% on every boss fight, you should have no excuse to win every single one except for maybe Taboo if you're bad at fighting him. I could play him fast.
Go!
That is one example right there, I would say, where you can use your recovery. It wasn't a matter of life and death, but if I had not used it, I would have fallen back down and he would have hit me with that attack, so... Get up there. Sorry, if he'd fallen back down with me still on top of him, it would have ended poorly. And I'm in trouble. Yeah, see, that's why I don't like that attack, is on the third one it almost always hits you. Oh, that's not good. I need to get out of here. I need to get him now. There we go. Okay, I was cutting that way too close. I was kind of debating if I wanted to use a heart container for him, but I was too lazy to see which boss was next. Oh, it was Taboo. I could have sworn there was one more. Huh. Oh well. Nobody's forcing you to use any of the heart containers. They're there for your, extra thing. You don't get any extra points or, time off for not using them. Oh no. Yeah, Link is not a good character to have for this fight. He's a heavyweight like DK, but his jump is actually a... Oh man, that's bad, that's bad. Get out of the way. But his jump is actually less than DK's. DK has a better jump than he does. Which, looking at DK's girth, because that's the word I'm going to use for it, looking at DK's size, whatever you want to say, it looks like he would be the worst jumper between him and Link, but Link's actually worse. Which makes sense with, like, all of his equipment and junk weighing him down, but still. Boomerang didn't come back yet. Yeah, normally I try to attack him, but since Link's recovery is not very good, I'm not going to bother with that. Link's poor recovery is one of the reasons that he is not selected in Smash 64 hardly at all. Good character, but his recovery in that first game was awful. I mean, if you think it's bad in this game, go play Smash 64 and look at Link's recovery. It's bad. It's like to the point, if you're using your third jump, you know you're not going to make it. You'd be better off just not using the recovery, and that's really sad. I'm in trouble again. I didn't mean for him to catch it. Oh, I thought I didn't get that last one for a minute there. I thought I did too early. Don't trip, you stupid. Another example of using your recovery right there. That was an emergency situation. If I had not used it right then and there, I would have gotten hit by that and probably knocked off the stage and died. So once again, sometimes you have a fair, legitimate reason. Just don't use it unless it's an emergency. Don't use your up B. That's one of the big things that gets a lot of people in this one, is do not use your recovery. So anyway, next time on Let's Play Super Smash Bros. Brawl, we're going to be tackling with Samus. I don't think you're required to do it with Zero Suit Samus. You only have to do it with Samus for Zelda or Sheik. I think you can just use either one. As for Pokemon Trainer, you can use any of the three you want, I believe. If we go through everybody and I don't get to beat it with all characters, then we will go back and get them again. But either way, I will see you guys next time for beating it with Samus. Samus is actually one of the ones I had trouble with at the start, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later.